Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hey, I don't know what time you're watching this broadcast, but if you're with me right now, it's morning time. It's morning. Good morning, Father. Good morning, Son. Good morning, Holy Spirit, this morning. Listen, it's that time, 9 for 9, with me, Pastor Carzadean, at the 9 o'clock hour. So, hey, listen. We talked this past week about some things. We talked about unlimited resources, unlimited access. How do we take those things and go forward? But listen, I want you to know you might be out, but you're not down. So this morning, we're going to talk about being out, not down. I'll be right back. Hey, go ahead, get your cup of positivity so we can sip on it together when we get this thing done. Listen, this morning, out, not down. You hear me? Out, not down. No matter what it looks like, sounds like, or feels like. Out, not down. Second chance? Yes. Giving up? No. Out, not down. Even when you've been counted out, you can keep going. Even when you've hit the third strike, guess what? There is always another game to begin. Loss of job, hey, find another one. You may be being moved from that job so that you can be open to that other job that's coming. Doctors say cancer, hey, may have seen it on the x-rays, may have already looked it over, wondering what in the world they're looking at, and they got to go in and see. But hey, that x-ray right before they go in, it may be nothing there. Something has moved, something has dissipated out, not down. Even if there is a diagnosis, prognosis of cancer, listen, and you begin the chemo, you're going through some sickness, hey, you're out just temporarily. You're not down, okay? So listen, out is never a finality. There's never a final thing to being out because you can always come back in, okay? Hey, listen, even when relationships have fell apart, you put all of your all into it. You've done this thing for years, and then somebody decides they want to do something else. You may be out of their life, but you're not down. I want to encourage somebody this morning. It might look like it's over, but it's not. The only time it's over is when you give up. You got to keep going. Listen, let's talk about football. I'm in the football mood right now. Yes, the Steelers are out. Hey, for the season, here I go again. But we are not down. And as long as the nation is rising, hey, listen, we are not down. There's always going to be a Steeler here and a Steeler there. I don't care where you go and what game you're in, you're going to see some Steeler representation. Okay? So we may be out, but we're not down. We're looking forward to the next time, the next round. And that's what I want you to do. I'm going to be your cheerleader right now. I want you to go for it, okay? Listen, they may have put you out, but they can't hold you down. And I want you to remember that thing this day. Little leagues, your season may be over. You may be out, but you're not down. You lost a leg in the war against diabetes. Hey, it may have put you out for a little while, but you're not down. Listen, there are so many things and situations that we can think of this morning, that we know of this morning, that we've lived through, that our family has dealt with. Listen, even that child, wow, that was taken from their family years ago, all of a sudden, it may be 25 years later, and they show up, and everybody thought they were out. Hey, they were out for that time, but they are not down. They have a chance to come back. And we don't know what the situation and the circumstances were, what they lived through. But hey, it may have been something better than what they thought they were going to live through. Listen, out, but not down. You know, out means out means out. That's what they say, but it doesn't mean you're down. You're out temporarily because this thing called life, this game that you all think we're playing, this thing is real. This is the real game of life. And you know, in the game of life, the board game, when you're out, you off the board. But guess what? You're not down because you're waiting for the next round to start. Do you hear me? Let's think about being competitive. Being competitive against the negativity, being competitive against the things that want to hold us back, being competitive against the things that want to put us out. But we gotta, hey, show those things we're not down. We're gonna rise to the occasion. We're going to come up stronger than we ever have. Now, listen, let me talk about that out for just a quick minute. Because when we're out, hey, we can take that as a time of reprieve. We can take that as a time of rest. We can take that as a time of, hey, reestablishing what's going on, reconnecting. We can take that time out. You know, when the kids get a time out, they're made to go and sit and think about what they just did that didn't work so well. So when we feel like we're out, go ahead, take it as a time out from the everyday hustle and bustle, a time out from the things that have your mind boggled, a time out from all of the stresses of your life, this earth, the world, what's going on. Take a time out so that you're not down. And sometimes when we take that time out, hey, I watched a young man on the field last night in one of the games. He was horrible. Oh, so they put him what? Out. And as he was walking to the locker room, I'm talking about a professional athlete. He was bawling. He was crying. And I'm looking like, why? Because he had pushed one of the officials. Really? And you didn't think you needed a time out? But listen, even though he got put out, he's not down. He's coming back. He's going to get another opportunity. Oh, yes, I'm sure he had some reprimands. I'm sure he has some fines, but even when you get that speeding ticket, it may take you out for a minute, but it's not going to take you down. Listen, own up to what you need to do so that you're not counted out completely. Sometimes we have to come out. We have to slow down. We have to make sure that, hey, we're doing what we need to do. Let me share this with you. James 1 2 through 3. Count it all joy, my brothers. I'm going to say my sisters too. When you meet trials of various kinds, for you know that the testing of your faith produces steadfastness. Out, not down. Be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of Him who is able to keep you from falling. Listen, hey, when you got God's strength, when you have Him on your side, you might be out, but you're never down. You're not going away until He says, come away from this place. But guess what? When you're on His side and He's on yours, that out, that temporary out of this world is temporary. You're never down because we look towards that thing called eternal, eternal, eternal. Hey, listen, that's my time this morning. My 9 for 9 with me, Pastor Carzadean. I'm just on this thing with the football season right now. I want y'all to bear with me, but you know I want you to go with me, okay? I want you to watch the playoffs, even if you're sitting on the couch now with the Steelers. There are many of us, our teams on the couch. Listen, we're rooting for some that are still there, and we're rooting against some that are there. But listen, I don't care how many of them have to come out because there's only going to be one season winner. Listen, no matter how many come out, they're not going to be down. They're going to try again and try again and try again. But hey, I want you to remember that you can always try again because even though you might be out, you're not down. Hey, and so that we don't feel down, We feel good. And yes, I'm all stealing all again, but I'm going to go in here and have myself so I can feel, hey, good. I might be out, but I'm not going to be down. I'm going to go ahead and have myself my cup of positivity. Won't you join me?